Hey everybody, okay, let's get right to our weigh-in, and I want to encourage you to please stick around. Don't just hear the weigh-in and leave, because I think the thoughts that follow the weigh-in are really important to kind of process the week, and it might help you with your week upcoming. Okay, so Honey's weigh-in is he is down 0.2 this last week. So that's Honey's weigh-in. And he wasn't too jazzed about it. He said, oh, well, I could do that by midday, right? I didn't really lose a lot. I'm a little bummed out. But at the same time, he says, I really deserved it because this week, I'll explain to you what I think is happening. Okay, my Honey's not a lab rat, but I have to use this analogy because it kind of fits. When you get when there's a new lab animal in an experiment situation, it seems like one of the first things that it does is explores the borders of the new environment to see what those boundaries are. And I feel like my Honey's kind of looking, and he's doing the same thing. This is a whole new system to him, and he is finding out it works, the whole system and everything. But now I feel like for the last 2 weeks, he's been pushing the boundaries and finding how many weeklies can he rack up and use and still be kind of in a losing state. And so he's just trying to collect that information. And once I think he has all that, then he'll settle in and he'll be much more compliant, which he has been. He's been tracking absolutely everything. But he's, over so many, and he's using so many of his weeklies, and he sees that. But I think it's all this bit of experimentation to him. And so now he's going, okay, I see. I can have this many, but then I don't lose much, or I don't lose at all, right? And so he's going to take that, and I think this next week, I'm really anxious to see where he goes with that. He did, when I explained that to him, that I felt, my observation was that he completely agreed with me and said that was in fact what he was doing. And he just started laughing, and he said, you know me too well. And it's true. We've known each other a very long time, even though it's going by so fast. Okay, so my way in now is, and I am, let me give you a hint. I couldn't move my ring when I got out of bed this morning. And I think maybe I just had too much salt yesterday. I am up 0.4. So I'm up this week. Last 5 weeks, I've been inching downward. Time for me to go up. And yeah, of course, one never wants to see it go back up, right? Do I deserve that because I made maybe some choices that could have been better? No. And that is not it. I think I know what did it, and I don't think that's it at all, because I will say with a perfectly clear conscience, this week has probably been better than all the weeks since I started in early December. And I was spot on point with, all my decisions. Even when we went out, I was making the choices that were, vegetables and chicken breast skewers, and just, and it was only a couple times we went out, but I really made good choices and held back. And then when we were at home, I was on point. My water was great. My sleep is getting better. I'm moving the right amount. I was managing my mindset, all this stuff. But what I did do differently this week was I had introduced some more cardio. We work out pretty regularly during the week as it is. And I heard somewhere somebody was saying, I don't remember who it was, but they said, well, my meal's not done until I get my walk in. And I really liked that concept because I thought, getting a little walk in after a meal can only be pleasurable and add more cardio in and get more steps in. And there can only be good about it, right? So I started doing that, not after every meal, but enough. I did it maybe after 2 meals a day for at least maybe 4 days out of last week. And what I noticed was toward the end of the week, there were a couple of days where I was absolutely famished and my body was going, whoa, just give me more food. And so what I did was I didn't give it wrong food. I made choices and I would give it like lean protein, some celery and apple. I mean, I was still doing my program as best as I could and keeping with that. But it was just it had this insatiable hunger. And I think what it was just, my cardio had started. What I wanted it to do was to throw a little bit, of fire, a little gas on the fire and go, you know what, burn a little bit more, make a bigger deficit this week. And I think it did. And I think it threw my body off. So I think my body's kind of trying to figure it out and going, do we want to let go of any more weight? Or, what kind of situation is this? And so, first thing I thought of was, well, maybe I should cut back on that then, because I'm not doing tons of cardio. I'm not doing like HIIT workouts and things like that. I have a pretty moderate cardio life. And so, but just the fact that I went up just a little bit more, I think it was enough to throw it off. And do I want to stop that? No, I don't, because I'm enjoying the walks that I'm taking after meals and doing that. It helps me to get more sunshine. It is very pleasurable. It's the way that I want to live. So then if it's the way that I want to live, I'm thinking, okay, then I need to adjust my macros a little bit and tell my body, my body wants the ready carbs to burn. So maybe what I should do is maybe just slightly increase the whole grain, or the fruits and veggies, or the carb that's more ready for it to use, and maybe adjust my other macros down. My fat level is very, very low right now, but my protein level, I'm thinking maybe I should adjust my protein so that more of my protein is coming from more of a starchy source and a carb source, so that it's ready for my body to use than like a meat source. And then maybe it'll, that will suffice my body. So I'm in my own little experimentation lab myself, because now I'm going, okay, could it just be this is just figuring it out? Is it asking for more carb? Or is this where I'm going to plateau and just need to stick it out for that 6 weeks? So I'm kind of looking at this, and again, I'm holding the line, but at the same time, I don't want to ignore the signals that my body is giving me. So anyway, here we go. I don't know if I hope I'm not up next week, but I might be, and I might be plateauing next week, and then I might lose next week. So let's see what happens. I will probably do a few more what I eat in a day videos this week to show you what I decide on doing. So this morning I did do my cauliflower. I had my cauliflower in my steel cut oats, and I was kind of afraid it was going to be kind of weird, but honestly, not only did I really not, it didn't taste like cauliflower, but I noticed it added more of a little bit of a chewy nutty texture to my steel cut oats, which are already kind of chewy nutty as it is, but it was very pleasing, and I thought, this is really great. I really am going to do this as often as I can because I really love it. But one thing that I noticed was I usually, with my steel cut oats in the morning, is I'll have like an egg and some egg whites on the side, and I simply didn't have room for that. All I could just do was have the bowl of oatmeal with my berries, and the pumpkin seeds and regular stuff. And but with the added cauliflower, it was enough bulk that I just couldn't do anything else. And I feel absolutely fabulous. So let's see, I'm going to be counting my protein level today on everything, and I want to make sure that I'm getting adequate protein, and I'm going to look at the sources. Again, I think I might rely on more carb sources for that, like beans and legumes and lentils and things like that, peas, because I think that provides more of a ready carb for my increased carb output. or exercise output. So, but anyway, that's my own experimentation. Let's see how it goes. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go right now. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you later. Bye.